Hi, welcome along to Transfer Daily. And the real question today seems to be boiling down to, is it going to be Sami Khedira or William Carvalho, the defensive midfielder position that every single Arsenal fan out there knows filling? The situation is starting to hot up. Lots of rumours flying around yesterday about both targets. First of all, Sami Khedira, the rumours are that his agent is in London at the moment to have talks with Arsenal, crunch talks you could say, to try and thrash out a deal. This is Arsenal's #1 target. It's the player that Arsenal would most like to bring in, and that is Sami Khedira. But of course, the sticking point is, #1, the price that Real Madrid are after. He only has 1 year left on his contract, and Real Madrid are after a fee of about £24 million, which is quite a lot of money for a player who only has 1 year left on his contract. And also the player himself, he wants to get the maximum amount of money he can. He's on good wages at the moment at Real Madrid, and if he's going to move to Arsenal, he wants to get similar, if not better, wages. So those are the sticking points on that one. But his agent apparently was spotted in London yesterday and is going to be talking to the Arsenal hierarchy about that deal. And also William Carvalho, the Portuguese defensive midfielder, young player, up-and-coming star, plays for Sporting Lisbon. He has also been heavily linked. There's been a lot of speculation around yesterday that Arsenal are closing in on him as well. They've been talking to his club. He's on very, very low wages. You've got to take a look at a video that we put out yesterday, done by Messi Seconds, where he analyzes the whole deal. And one of the interesting things, or a couple of interesting things to do with Carvalho is, #1, he's part owned, and #2, he's on very, very low wages in comparison to most Premier League players. He's only on about £5,000 a week, whereas, you know, even players like Francis Coquelin at Arsenal are on way, way, way more money than him. So it would be even though the fee for him might be quite high to pay to Sporting Lisbon, probably around about the £20 million mark, the actual wages that they'd have to shell out on Carvalho would be a lot less than what they'd have to pay for Khedira. However, as we know, Khedira is a World Cup winner. He's a Champions League winner. He's a winner all round. Carvalho is a young player making his way up. I was looking at FK Fanage, one of the guys who does the Burkamp Wonderland podcast yesterday, a good friend, looking at what he was saying yesterday. He was with a lot of the press people on Sunday at the Emirates Cup, and he spoke to somebody in the Portuguese press, and they were saying for them he's not quite ready yet for Arsenal. That's what the Portuguese media guy was saying to him. Sami Khedira, we know, would be completely ready to come in, but as I said, the sticking point on Khedira, wages and also injuries. Let's not forget he was out for nearly all of last season with a similar injury to what Theo Walcott suffered. He's had injuries in his time when he's been playing for Real Madrid, so that is another thing that Arsenal need to take into consideration. But he is definitely a world-class striker. So which one is it going to boil down to? It looks like it's one of those two that Arsenal are looking at. Or will they just spring a surprise out of the hat? Will they announce a Lars Bender or something like that? Listen, it's really, you know what it's like when you follow Arsenal when it's to do with transfers. Anything can happen. Also, rumours today of a couple of players that are linked with a move away. Now, one of those is Mikel Arteta, defensive midfielder. That's the position that he plays for Arsenal. Not really his familiar position. Remember, when he first came to Arsenal, he came to Arsenal to sort of replace Cesc Fabregas as sort of attacking midfielder, playmaker. He's sort of grown into this role. Now, a lot of fans are saying that, you know, he's aging a bit. He's sort of, you know, lost his legs a little bit, and that Arsenal need to bring in a defensive midfielder. And there's a lot of speculation is, if a defensive midfielder comes in, will he be surplus to requirements? There are clubs interested in him, Atletico Bilbao being one. They sold Anders Herrera. They would like to replace him with Arteta. Another player being linked with a move away is also Nacho Monreal. Monreal, also wanted by Athletic Bilbao. Started off pretty well when he came in the January transfer window in his first season, but last season he had a really up and down season. There was quite a few games where he was culpable for some of the Arsenal goals, made quite a lot of mistakes. I'm not sure if Arsene Wenger is going to be willing to let him go so soon, but definitely he needs a big season, Nacho Monreal, and Atletico Bilbao are very keen to bring him back to Spain as well. So those are two players that are wanted away, and an Arsenal player that's actually moved out on loan following Carl Jenkinson, Benny Kafobi, the striker at Arsenal, young striker making his way. He's been out on loan a couple of times. He's going out on loan again to the MK Dons. That's been made official yesterday. Season-long loan for Benny Kafobi. Looks a decent player. Looks a player that, you know, one day, you know, if he keeps working at it, I don't feel necessarily make it at Arsenal, but he can be a Premier League player. But he's gone out on loan again, and this time to the MK Dons. So basically, those are your rumours today. As I said, most of it seems to centre on Carvalho or Khedira. Which one should we get? You guys, I want you to let me know. What do you think? Carvalho or Khedira? Which one of those players do you think would be the best? Because there was a little bit of debate going around on social media yesterday where some fans are saying, listen, Carvalho would be better because he sticks to that task. He's just a holding midfielder and that's it. He doesn't try to bomb forward. He's very disciplined in how he plays that position. Whereas Sami Khedira is more of a box-to-box player, very similar to Aaron Ramsey. He likes to get forward, and if he starts getting forward too much, he's going to leave us exposed and we're going to have the same old problems at Arsenal. So which one of those would you like as a defensive midfielder? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, and also thank you for following, for subscribing to Arsenal Fan TV. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to us. But that's Transfer Daily today. Carvalho or Khedira? For me personally, you know my thoughts. It's been Khedira. Or, you know what I was considering? If we did sell Arteta, why not get both? Usmanov's been in the papers today. He says we've got a lot of money. Let's go and get both of them.